Hey y'all, hey, it's Amber, back with another birthday video. It's Ryan Gosling's birthday. I love it. We're gonna try to do something a little bit different with this birthday video, so if you don't already know, check the chapters below, because here we go. Ryan Thomas Gosling, or as me and my friend like just to call Gosling, was born November 12th, 1980 in London, Canada. My first introduction to Ryan Gosling was the Mickey Mouse Club, even though back then I didn't realize he would become the amazing and talented person that he is today. I will watch anything he's in because he's just not only a great person, but amazingly talented. From what I know, Ryan's first shot at fame was, again, with the Mickey Mouse Club. And then from there, he kind of continued in people's radars with Young Hercules. It's not a show that I watched, but I knew about it. But I really think people started taking his acting more seriously once he landed the role Murder by Numbers. And that's when he reappeared in my radar, and I've just been following his career ever since. And of course from there he hit the ground running, making a ton of great movies and just developing into one of my favorite actors to watch. He's also another favorite of mine that I haven't met yet, although I would love to. So until then, I just lived through watching his films and supporting his career. So let's see how many Ryan Gosling movies I actually own. So these are all the Ryan Gosling DVDs that I have. But I'm sure once I go through his IMDB, there's going to be more that I need to get. So let's go through them. Murder by Numbers.
Two gifted high school students execute a perfect murder, then become engaged in an intellectual contest with a seasoned homicide detective.
I highly recommend this movie. This is actually where it started for me with Ryan Gosling and Michael Pitt, to be honest. They're both amazing in this. Fun fact, Gosling ended up dating Sandra Bullock for 2 years after this movie, so did not see this in theaters, but, or did I? It might have been one of those, oh, I'm gonna go see the new Sandra Bullock movie, and got introduced to two really amazing young actors who aren't hard on the eyes. I won't deny it. So if you haven't seen it, definitely go out and see it. United States of Leland.
A young man's experience in a juvenile detention center that touches on the tumultuous changes that befall his family and the community in which he lives.
I'm pretty sure I saw this in theaters because by then I was fully on the Ryan Gosling train. I've only seen it once, so I really can't tell you much more than what I just read. It's got a great cast. I actually forgot Don Cheadle was in this because I don't remember it at all. I just remember Ryan Gosling acts his ass off in it because he plays a really troubled teen, obviously. So definitely check it out. It's a great drama. I do remember that much about it. Stay.
A psychiatrist attempts to prevent one of his patients from committing suicide while trying to maintain his own grip on reality.
This movie will destroy you. I think I saw this in movie theaters. I think that was the last time I watched it because it is soul crushing. Ryan Gosling is amazing in this. Your heart will break for his character. It's just devastating. Obviously, Ewan McGregor can do no wrong, nor can Naomi Watts in my eyes, so it's a great watch. Definitely make sure you get ice cream afterwards because you will need it, but it is a good movie that will hit you right in the dang feels. Half Nelson.
An inner-city junior high school teacher with a drug habit forms an unlikely friendship with one of his students after she discovers his secret.
This was his first Oscar nomination, if I remember correctly. Saw it in theaters, obviously acted his ass off. I've only seen it the one time where I saw it in theaters, but again, the acting in it is amazing. It's a very, since he plays a drug addict teacher, it does have some strong subject matter, but I definitely recommend watching it if you want to get caught up on his acting credentials, because you'll start to see, if you start from the early Gosling movies and work your way up, you'll see the evolution of his talent, and I love doing that with my favorite actors. I'm just glad that I was actually doing that with him in real time, so definitely check it out so you could see why he was nominated for his first Oscar. Drive.
An action drama about a mysterious Hollywood stuntman and mechanic who moonlights as a getaway driver and finds himself in trouble when he helps out his neighbor.
Obviously, this This is one of the movies that I feel like blew Ryan Gosling more into the public eye, if it isn't one of the other ones that I mentioned in a minute. This movie is amazing. If you haven't seen it, I don't know how you haven't seen this. Not to mention the soundtrack is off the chain. It's got a great cast. Even Bryan Cranston's in this for a hot second, and I love him. So, highly recommend seeing it. I did see this in theaters probably a few times, and actually surprised Ryan Gosling didn't get nominated for this because he barely speaks in it, if that tells you anything about his performance. But if you haven't seen it, definitely see it. It's a good one. It's very intense, but the love story in it is also equally intense, so I loved it. One of my favorites, so go see it if you haven't. Lars and the Real Girl.
A delusional young man strikes up an unconventional relationship with a doll he finds on the internet.
This is one of my favorite Ryan Gosling movies, period. Saw it in theaters. It is one of those super, like, uniquely amazing storylines. And then the acting from everyone in it is awesome. I feel like that's the reason why this movie works so well. I can't remember if he was nominated for an Oscar for this, but he should have been because his character is adorably heartbreaking. So if you haven't seen it, you definitely should. He's amazing in it. I think this is when the world started to see that he's got some sort of comedic timing with his roles, which I'm here for, because you're telling me this human being not only is not hard on the eyes, can act his ass off, but also is pretty funny also. I mean, come on now. Haven't seen it, highly recommend, definitely check it out. The Nice Guys.
In 1970s Los Angeles, a mismatched pair of private eyes investigate a missing girl and the mysterious death of a porn star.
Saw this a few times in theaters. It's hilarious, which just confirmed my whole Ryan Gosling has amazing comedy acting chops, and I remember watching the trailer and was like, oh my god, I'm seeing the shit out of that. Not only just the fact that I love both of these actors, the trailer just made it permanent that I had to see this as fast as possible, and that's exactly what I did. And I think I saw it a few times in theaters, actually. I highly recommend it. You will be cry laughing. There's a few lines in this movie that I still quote all the time because they're just that funny. So if you haven't seen it, see it as fast as you can, especially if you need to laugh, because you will be laughing your ass off all through this movie. It's one of my favorites. Alright, that brings me to the last one that I own, which, if you haven't figured out what that is by what I've shown you, then what? The Notebook.
A poor yet passionate young man falls in love with a rich young woman, giving her a sense of freedom, but they are soon separated because of their social differences.
I don't know if I have to say much about this, because if you haven't seen it, you should, especially if you're a hopeless romantic like me. I know there's boyfriends and husbands all over the world that are forced to watch this and end up loving it as well, even though they don't want to watch it because they know it's a soapy romantic romance movie. Plus it's a Nicholas Sparks book, so what do you expect? This started the whole I wish they were together in real life, which hilariously enough they ended up dating 2 years after this came out, off and on for a while. So the world really did have that Allie and Noah love story in real life for a short amount of time. And who could forget that MTV Movie Award kiss that they did when they won Best Kiss, because this is one of my favorites. I saw it in theaters a few times, and I usually watch it whenever it's on. And I also have the poster. I used to have it framed on my wall, which I also have the special edition version, which has all this stuff in it. Looks like it has pictures, which has the disc behind it. The Notebook. It's like you could send notes. That's so cute. Like, I'm trying to break my heart all over again. Oh my god. So those are all my DVDs that I own of Ryan Gosling. And yeah, I don't own any of them that I haven't seen. So that's cool. Oh hey, before we get to my top 5 favorite movies, make sure to like and share this video with other Ryan Gosling fans. And don't forget to subscribe and ding that bell so you don't miss out on any other videos that I post up, including other birthday videos that might be happening later this month. Let's get back to it.
Bonus material! I'm in between editing days and I just remembered. Speaking of comedic timing, have you seen his SNL skits? Cause oh my god. Seriously, his SNL skits are crazy. Two of my favorite SNL skits of his are so ridiculous with how serious he is in them that's why they're super hilarious to me. And they're called Papayas and Santa Baby, which I just rewatched them again, and in rewatching, I just realized that I love him screaming when he's serious. So there's two scenes in both of those that I constantly scream when given the chance to use them, and you'll know what I'm talking about when you watch them. But then his most famous SNL skit is called Close Encounters, and the reason why it's the most like viral one is because he cannot stop laughing at Kate McKinnon the entire time she's doing her lines. And when you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about because it's hilarious and he's adorable laughing all through it. I'll put the links down below so you guys can check them out, and definitely jump down in the comments as well and let me know what you think once you have. Now back to me.
Okay, so off the top of my head, my top 5 favorite Ryan Gosling movies are Lars and the Real Girl, The Notebook, Drive, Nice Guys, and Murder by Numbers. But let's go through his IMDb profile just to double check. While I'm loading that up, this is the part of the birthday videos that we like to play. What for are they known for? And in case you don't know how this game is played, what we do is if you go onto any actor's IMDb profile, there is a section underneath their main picture that shows you what 4 movies or television shows they're known for based off of the IMDb ratings. So what I want you to do is guess down in the comments what 4 movies or television shows you think Ryan Gosling is known for. And then what'll happen is if you get all of them right, or if you just get the most right out of anyone else, I'll shout you out in the next birthday video. So get to it. Make your guesses down below and we'll see how many you get right in the next birthday video. Alright, so I just went through his IMDb profile and I think I might switch out one of my top 5s for La La Land because I forgot about La La Land. I forgot about fucking La La Land. I love that movie. And I think one of the reasons why I forgot about La La Land was the fact that I thought that was definitely going to be the Oscar he won since Emma got one, but no, so it makes me sad. So I think out of my top 5, I'm going to switch Murder for Numbers with La La Land. So my top 5 now is The Notebook, Lars and the Real Girl, Drive, Nice Guys, and La La Land. And of course, after going through his IMDb profile, I realized I am missing a few movies that I need to buy. So let's fix that with a DVD treasure hunt. Let's go! And we're back. We ended up going to a few different places this time. We decided to go to Barnes & Noble's first because the whole Criterion collection has a sale right now over there for 50% off for I believe the whole month of November. Went through their entire DVD collection, which was fun. Not so much fun for Patrick because that's a lot of waiting around for him, but hey, there's books to read, so I actually found some there. Found 3 there, but you know the challenge is 5. So after that, I wanted to try Big Lots. I've never been to Big Lots, or at least I don't remember going to Big Lots, but went through all their DVDs, didn't find anything there. After that, we went to a local thrift store called the Sunshine Thrift Store, which, oh my god, their clothes selection looks amazing. Went through their DVDs. I did find some, but they were in pretty bad shape. Also, they were either ones I already owned or ones I had just bought from Barnes & Noble's. And then the last hurrah or chance at finding something, we went to Best Buy, which back in the day for me was dangerous because I would just go and spend hundreds of dollars on DVDs. Well, the times have changed. Alright, so you want to see something really depressing? These are the DVD sales at Best Buy. I am crying on the inside. Hoping that they were just moving sections and it'll be full next time I go because that just, I couldn't handle it. So now let me show you what I got. So at Barnes & Noble's I was able to pick up 3 different movies, starting with The Big Short. I saw this in theaters. I've only seen it the one time in theaters. I liked it. Also, if you do check it out, make sure to pay attention to Christian Bale's eyes because they had me rolling. Second one is Crazy Stupid Love. This movie's hilarious, heartwarming, and got a twist that I didn't see coming, but I'm sure anyone else would. I saw this in theaters a few times. This is where the notorious "you look photoshopped" gift or meme comes from with Ryan Gosling. Anyways, if you haven't seen this, you should. It's really funny and it's really sweet at the end. I highly recommend. It's one of my favorites. And then the last one I've bought was Blue Valentine. This movie pisses me off, but it's a really good movie. The reason why it pisses me off is because of how sad it is. Ryan Gosling's character will break your freaking heart, but in the same instance, you'll understand why Michelle Williams is acting the way she is, even though I'm not a real big fan of hers. Haven't been since Dawson's Creek. If you know, you know. So I'm like, I need to buy this. I did see this in theaters. I've probably watched it maybe twice. It's definitely one of those one and done movies, but it is a good movie. Just because I say that doesn't mean it's not a good movie. It's just one of those like really intense emotional movies that you're like, okay, I'm good. I don't need to feel those anymore. If you're ever in a mood to want to like get mad, this is the movie for you. And to be honest, even though I only found 3, I don't really consider this challenge a failure. Only because I was able to find like 6 or 7 for his movies. It was either I wanted a better cover of it that I knew existed, or the price was a little too high, so I put them back. So I think it's a success. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for joining me in celebrating Ryan Gosling's birthday today. Again, happy birthday, Ryan Gosling. You are amazing. Not only are you so freaking talented on screen, you're also an amazing musician and a fucking fantastic human being. Please keep being you. Can't wait to see what you got coming out in the future. Especially, I heard that you're going to be playing Ken in the new Barbie movie. That's probably going to be hilarious. To the rest of you out there watching, be safe, be well, and always be silly. And until next time, tell your mother I said hello.